more shows on tour. We're toured longer than I have in Paris.
We may say we're fine, but it's not true. The end of the Eras tour is upon us. Taylor Swift's record-shattering show has traversed 5 continents and 51 cities. Fans have valiantly fought the Great War to get tickets, danced outside of open-roof stadiums, donned elaborate outfits, and tuned into grainy live streams. Now the show is ending with 3 shows in Vancouver or Swiftcover, Canada. Catch up on everything that happened at Friday night's show before we're all left asking, how did it end? Vancouver, I love you so very much, Swift said, introducing her final tune. This has been the greatest last Friday night of the tour that I could have ever imagined with you. Would you give us one more song? Skipping back to grab her magenta Karma jacket, Swift and her dancers ended night 1 at BC Place Stadium. Even though she sang Karma as the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me 16 times before, 14 times with Travis Kelce in the crowd, she did not sing it Friday. If you're in the Central and Eastern time zones, you've already met midnight, which is the era Swift is heading into. This is the culmination era of 7 songs. During Midnight Rain, Swift gestured with 2 fingers, signaling the final 2 shows of the tour while singing her line. And he never thinks of me except when I'm on TV. She's been doing the one-handed countdown since the Toronto shows. Swift admitted her favorite song to perform out of the set list is Vigilante S, which is a spicy, edgy number where she and her dancers perform a chair-assisted dance of seduction. Before starting her acoustic set, Swift admitted it's the one part of the show that makes her kind of nervous because it's different each night. She started on guitar with Haunted from Speak Now, Taylor's version. I have to sing this next song at some point in Canada, she said before mixing in Wonderland from 1989, Taylor's version. The song's chorus repeats the sound a common Canadian expression that can mean a variety of things. Swift then moved to the piano where she played Never Grow Up from Speak Now, Taylor's version, and The Best Day from Fearless, Taylor's version. Both are sweet tracks about childhood. Halfway through the tour, Swift added the Tortured Poets department, which signals the 25-minute mark from the acoustic set. Wearing her I Love You, It's Ruining My Life white dress designed by Vivienne Westwood. The singer will travel through a religious institution, high school, a haunted house, an alien abduction, an asylum, a battlefield, and musical theater in her official Eras tour book. The singer admitted that a crew member is hidden inside a rover the internet calls a tumbub during Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Swift said she planned the new set for about 8 months and rehearsed with her crew in private before debuting it in Paris. Sparkling in a yellow top and orange bottom, Swift shimmered in her 1989 era set like a line from Out of the Woods. The superstar was in screaming color, while the rest of the world and her dancers were in black and white. Swift has brought the folklore cottage to the last stop. Her moss-adorned cabin, designed by Ethan Tubman, gets wheeled out from backstage following Reputation. It kind of feels not that out of place in Vancouver, don't you think? Swift said before Betty in her berry dress. You guys have your share of woods and mystical forests, and that's all part of the imaginary world of folklore. It's become a fan tradition for the crowd to give Swift a standing ovation once she presses the final key on Champagne Problems. And Swifties are trying to spread the word and sing Happy Birthday to Swift during her Sunday show. Standing ovation just 5 days before she turns 35. While most of the raucous roars last about 1 to 3 minutes, the longest on record is still the last night in Los Angeles on August 9th, 2023, when the crowd cheered for 8 minutes. I'm just feeling so overjoyed that we decided to spend our last couple of shows in Vancouver, Swift said, thanking the crowd. You're so unbelievable. I love you so much. My face hurts from grinning. Thank you for that moment. That's the best. If you're wondering how long until the surprise set, we have about an hour and 40 minutes to go. Swift has the rest of Reputation, Folklore, and Evermore combined, the Star 1989 star set, and the Tortured Poets department left. The acoustic set should happen around 1:35 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:35 p.m. Pacific Time. After a short 5-minute jaunt into the land of Speak Now to Hear Enchanted, Swift takes us to the snake-riddled realm of Reputation. Fans are salivating for the re-recorded album, yet to be announced, and hope she will reveal news about it at one of the shows this weekend. The singer wore a black and red catsuit for the first 131 shows of the year's tour. She mixed it up, starting in Miami by sporting a black and gold suit. We are in the RR era. It feels like a perfect night to celebrate the third-to-last 22 hat recipient. The fan is chosen during Love Story when Swift's team plucks the lucky one from the crowd and brings them to the catwalk. The singer skipped down the stage in her "This Is Not Taylor's Version" t-shirt to a lucky girl dancing at the end who had a similar 22 shirt that read "A lot going on at the moment." Swift gave her a big hug and grabbed a friendship bracelet before placing her fedora on the fan's head. You can see all the 22 hat winners here. Dancer Cameron Saunders has a speaking line during "We Are Never Getting Back Together." He's mixed up his phrases in the bridge when Swift speaks the line, "I mean, this is exhausting, like we are never getting back together." But on night one in Vancouver, he returned to the original line, "like ever." Could it have something to do with all the film crews? Here's a full list of sayings, as Swift asked the audience if they had about 10 minutes to spare. She reflected on the Eras tour and what it's meant to her. "This has felt different in every single way," she said. "It's felt like an escape to a planet where nothing but joy and passion and togetherness and camaraderie exists." Then she played her heartbreak anthem, All Too Well, 10-minute version. By the way, she's played this song 147 times to sold-out crowds. That's 25 hours. Is that a two-person camera crew following Swift on stage as she sings Cruel Summer? Yes, it is. The last time fans saw a crew on stage during the main numbers was in the Los Angeles area when she filmed the first Eras Tour movie, distributed to AMC theaters. Are you ready to go back to high school with Taylor Swift? Get those hand hearts ready. We have entered the fearless era. The singer appeared in the black and silver shimmering dress. Swift has said her guitar was bedazzled by her parents Scott and Andrea and brother Austin. There is a 13 on the side, a special tradition during the Love Story number as fans around the globe have proposed during the bridge when Swift sings. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring. During her welcome monologue in the Lover era, Swift yelled, "It means the world to me to have the honor of saying these words to you, Vancouver. Welcome to the Eras Tour." As she thrust her hands in the air, she returned to the mic to confirm, "This is the end of the road for the bedazzled show. This is a little-known fact not many people know," she said in a joking manner. "It hasn't been talked about very much, but let me give you some information that you probably don't already know. Vancouver is actually the very last city that we will play on the Eras Tour. Did you know that?" And then in the next few breaths, she doubled down. So any Swifties wondering or hoping for another show post-Vancouver, it seems implausible. This has been a tour of many traditions. It's been a tour of many, many Friday nights. But this will be the last Friday night that we ever play on the Eras Tour, and we intend on making it count, she said. What about you, Vancouver? It's been a long time coming. Swift is officially on stage for night one of the Eras Tour in Vancouver. The singer is sparkling in her blue and gold glittery bodysuit designed by Versace. Swift wrote in her official concert book released on Black Friday, "I decided to create the longest, most ambitious show I'd ever attempted. My goal was for every fan to leave that show knowing I gave them absolutely everything I had. I made a promise to myself to be physically and mentally tougher than I ever had been before. So it looks like a pretty good Friday night to be in Vancouver." Huh? Swift said immediately following her performance of Cruel Summer as she pointed to the crowd of 60,000 and spun in a circle.